Hi, and welcome. And thank you for being here with me. I'm really sorry about your camera, but as they say, let's go on. So, we live in a multilingual world. So, how important it is to know a language and be able to communicate with others. So, this is what I experienced, what I've learned from my experience. So, my mother had a restaurant many years ago and my brothers and I worked there as waiters and cashier. And at that time, we had a lot of foreigners coming to the city. I don't know, maybe it became popular, but they all spoke Spanish, just like us. And one day we received a visit from Japan. Now, these customers didn't know Spanish, but they were very good at English. So everything they asked was in English. And it was hard for us to remember all the words that we learned in high school. Kind of difficult to remember all of that. Um, so we had trouble even telling them the menu or the ingredients of the food. And we have the misconceived idea that people will talk Spanish when visiting the restaurant. So this made us realize the urgent matter learning another language is. So if you want me to answer the question, it's like communication or creating connections is more important than ever. And being bilingual is becoming a necessity. So being bilingual can bring you some, well, not some, many advantages. And it can help you or us. It can help us in our careers. Many jobs are advertising positions which require knowing more than one language as essential, as a must. And more companies are starting to trade internationally and they create relationship with other countries. So these employees are often asked to travel for work and also to enhance these relationships that are being created. They are even relocated abroad. So it's essential for this kind of jobs to know another language, one related to the job. It can also improve our memory and our brain functions. So learning a new language pushes our brain to get familiar with new grammar and vocabulary rules, and it allows us to train, yes, to exercise our memory so we can remember new words and then we make connections between them and we use it in normal conversations. It can also help increase our understanding of languages that we already know. In my case, Spanish, I speak better Spanish after learning English because I try to keep it up with the same form, the same way of speaking. So it also improves the performance in another academic areas. So if we say that we're learning another language, doesn't mean that no, it doesn't mean that we only learn the basic and then we go on with the next one. It means that we learn how to communicate in another language with other people. And also we participate in extracurricular activities that so we can use this specific language. So learning a second language can also give us an insight of other cultures. We could be more prepared or confident to travel the world and explore other people's way of living. So, did you know In USA, English is undoubtedly the most widely spoken language, but you would be surprised of how many other languages are spoken in different states. Example, Spanish is by far the most dominant language in the United States after English, with approximately 35 million speakers. We also have some different Chinese languages that follow Spanish as the third most dominant language in United States. However, compared to Spanish, Chinese speakers have a small population of around 2.9 million speakers. Surprisingly, Tagalog, that is a language spoken by Philippine natives, it comes right after Chinese in popularity with 1.5 million speakers. And also French, that have been popular language in the US for some time, um, has now been overtaken by other languages. It has almost 1.3 million speakers. And Vietnamese accounts for the biggest change in the speakers' population status on this list. So native Vietnamese speakers outnumber German speakers with 1.1 million speakers. So this is the actual situation in the USA. So we have English as a first, Spanish as a second, Tagalog third, Vietnamese as the fourth place, and French occupying the top five on the list. Here in Ecuador, the most popular languages to learn are first English, then in second place is French, and on third is Italy. So according to a research that it's made every year, Ecuador was placed 81st out of a total of 100 countries evaluated in English level. Now, according to this English proficiency index, globally, Ecuador is in the 19th place of the list in all the countries with the very low level of English, obtaining a mark of 46.57, which is equivalent to an A1 level according to the Common European Framework. And that's really sad about us. In the previous year, we had like we had we're between the places 45 and 50. I don't remember correctly right now, but that is the number where we were placed last year and this year evaluation we are in the 90. So that is a change in 1 year of English proficiency. We become lower and lower in the ranking globally. Um, so in a globalized world, we need of a common language. That need is inevitable. We need one common language to be united. And the most popular is English. So this is the generation gap between the Latin American people that was taking account for this for the same um, evaluation. So Latin American from from younger to oldest. Surprisingly, the younger you are, the less you know English. And once you reach the maturity, let's call it maturity, of 26 to 30 years, then you try to understand better English or another language. And then old people or uh, busy people, I don't know, it it's forgetting English. So that's how it works in Ecuador, in most Latin American countries. So communication allows connection and make people understand each other. It also helps building diverse and multinational teams in all fields. In other words, we need a common language to interact with others. And learning a second or even a third language can also become one way to make inclusion a reality because it allows participation with equal conditions. Although people might have different origins or circumstances. Well, the truth is learning new skills every day enhances all aspects in our life. And by learning new skills, we can increase career opportunities. We can also find out more about the world around us and be better people. Um, I highly encourage us to start learning a new language as early in our life as possible. However, we are never too old to learn, and this world moves fast, and we must keep with the changes by developing new skills and learning more about ourselves and learning and language. Thank you.